What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, former unified welterweight world champion superstar boxer, Keith one-time Thurman, who has 30 wins, 1 loss, no draws, 22 wins by way of knockout. Keith Thurman is 33 years of age, 5'7.5" with a 69-inch arm reach. Keith Thurman, he was featured on Showtime yesterday as Omar Figueroa took on Sergey Lipinets. And Keith Thurman, with Brian Custer as the interviewer, asked Keith Thurman about the future. And he also asked Keith Thurman about 2 fighters in particular. And that was undefeated, unified, 3-belt, WBC, WBA, IBF welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, Errol "The Truth" Spence Jr., who is widely considered top 2 best pound-for-pound fighters in the world with a record of 28 wins, no losses, no draws, 22 wins by way of knockout, 32 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. And the other fighter was undefeated, welterweight superstar title contender, Jaron Ennis, 29 wins, no losses, no draw, 27 wins by way of knockout, 25 years of age, 5'10" with a 74-inch arm reach. Keith Thurman was asked about these 2 specifically, and he, when it came to Errol Spence, he stated that, Errol Spence has been, winning all the belts that he vacated. Okay, he didn't win them officially from him. He won the vacant belt. The WBC belt was vacant. Then Danny Garcia, Sean Porter fought for the belt. Then he fought in unification against Sean Porter. He beat Sean Porter. He stated that he lost, obviously, the legendary 8-division world champion, iconic Filipino superstar boxer, Manny "Pac-Man" Pacquiao, with the WBA title. So he's saying he didn't officially relinquish the belts to Errol Spence. Well, Keith Thurman, he relinquished the belt to Manny Pacquiao, and he relinquished the WBC title due to inactivity. Keith Thurman, he won a unification bout against Danny Garcia March of 2017. After that, Errol Spence, he won his first title opportunity against former IBF welterweight world champion, British superstar boxer, Special K Kell Brook, in 2017 as well. Errol Spence was calling for a unification bout with Keith Thurman at that point in time, as it would have been 3 belts on the line. And Keith Thurman, he cited that he had injuries, he had things to take care of, and Keith Thurman was out the ring for the next 2 years. He didn't return to the ring from March of 2017 against Danny Garcia. He didn't return to the ring until January of 2019 against Josito Lopez, in which the World Boxing Council President Mauricio Suleiman, board of 32 members, decided to remove Keith Thurman as their champion. And when they did so, Danny Garcia and Sean Porter fought for the vacant WBC title, and Sean Porter, he beat Danny Garcia. Then in September of 2019, Errol Spence beat Sean Porter. Okay, now Errol Spence was slated to face off against, before I get to that, Keith Thurman fought Josito Lopez January of 2019. Then he fought Manny Pacquiao July of 2019, and he lost to Manny Pacquiao, split decision loss. Errol Spence was supposed to fight Manny Pacquiao, in 2021, August of 2021, but he suffered a broken or detached retina that saw him have to be removed from the fight. Yordenis Ugas, Cuban star, welterweight, world champion, former world champion, Yordenis Ugas, he fought Manny Pacquiao, beat Manny Pacquiao. He was elevated to the WBA regular champion. He beat Manny Pacquiao to make it official. Errol Spence then fought Yordenis Ugas April 16th of this year, 2022, and he dominated Yordenis Ugas, breaking Yordenis Ugas' ribs, nose, and orbital bone to become the WBA champion. The IBF title, Keith Thurman never held. That was Kell Brook that held that title, and Errol Spence picked it up from Kell Brook. So he won all his belts from the champions. When it comes to Jaron Ennis, according to Steven Espinosa, Showtime president of sports, who also Keith Thurman fights on that network, they want to make the fight with Keith Thurman and Jaron Ennis, and Keith Thurman is pricing himself out. And now Keith Thurman saying no contract came across his table. But as soon as the contract comes across his table, he'll gladly sign the contract to fight Jaron Ennis, and he'll school Jaron Ennis like he schooled Mario Barrios, okay? The problem with that is is that Mario Barrios wasn't an undefeated champion. He wasn't a natural welterweight. Mario Barrios, when Keith Thurman fought him, Mario Barrios was coming off of a 3 knockdown knockout loss to super featherweight world champion, 3-division world champion, superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis fought 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer Leo Santa Cruz at 130. Then he jumped up 10 pounds from 130 to 140 to challenge the WBA regular champion in Mario Barrios at junior welterweight at 140. He dropped him 3 times and knocked him out in the 11th round. Mario Barrios then moved up from 140 to 147. First fight at 147 was against Keith Thurman, and he hurt Keith Thurman a few times in the fight, to Keith Thurman's own admission that if Mario Barrios was a better athlete and a more skilled boxer, he may have put him down, okay? Now, Keith Thurman did hit Mario Barrios clean and often in the fight. He did rock him and bruise up his face. But at the end of the day, Keith Thurman's a better talent. Mario Barrios moved up 7 pounds north. Mario Barrios never hit the canvas. Super featherweight and Gervonta Tank Davis dropped Barrios 3 times and knocked him out. Keith Thurman never made Mario Barrios touch the canvas. So Keith Thurman is saying he schooled Mario Barrios and he'll school Jaron Ennis. Jaron Ennis and Mario Barrios has 0 in common. They're completely 2 different types of fighters, and he wasn't an undefeated champion, okay? And so Keith Thurman initially stated he didn't know who Jaron Boots Ennis was. And then he stated he knew who Jaron Ennis was after he did his homework. And he stated that Jaron Ennis reminds him of Terrence Crawford himself, Floyd Mayweather, and Pernell Whitaker. So that is high regard. So he knows exactly who Jaron Boots Ennis is, okay? And so Jaron Boots Ennis and Errol Spence, they respond to Keith Thurman on social media, okay? Jaron Ennis just put the coughing, you know, like he spit out his teeth, right? And did the coughing emojis. Then he did the laughing emojis. Then he put his hands over his face emojis to say shaking his head. Errol Spence, he responded in a completely different manner, in which Errol Spence had this to say regarding him. He said, quote, "Where I'll find this big white t-shirt wearing dude," I'm paraphrasing, "at," and then he put the laughing emoji. So he was laughing at Keith Thurman as well. Okay, so this is what Errol Spence had to say, you know, regarding Keith Thurman, right? As you can see. And Jaron Boots Ennis, you know, he had this to say. He put the laughing emojis, as you can see, right? So, you know, they respond to Keith Thurman and Keith Thurman's, you know, comments that he was school Mario Barrios. Keith Thurman's never short on words. Keith Thurman, you know, is a great promoter of fights. You know, he's a great talker of fights, you know, so that's just who and how Keith Thurman operates. So Keith Thurman, you know, he's never short on words, like I said. So Jaron Ennis, he had this to say, as you can see. That's what he put towards Keith Thurman in response. And like I said, Errol Spence, he had some choice words for Keith Thurman. As he stated, you know, Keith Thurman said that, you know, Errol Spence is avoiding him, ducking him, so on and so forth. You know, Errol Spence said that the way Keith Thurman avoided him and treated him, you know, he's never going to fight him. So this is what Errol Spence had to say, as you can see. Where I'll get that. So, you know, Keith Thurman is definitely a character in the sport of boxing, you know, and this is what he had to say.
And now, and so how do we keep Keith Thurman active? Because it's been 6 months since we've seen you against Barry. Talk about a champion. That could be a little something. What do you think? That name has potentiality. I heard him say my name, and what I like about it too is I'd be moving up 2 divisions, and me, but I don't know if a welterweight has successfully gone from 47. Message for these younger, up-and-coming fighters at 147. What's that message? Man, Keith one-time Thurman is not the gatekeeper, okay? And if you want to act like I'm a gatekeeper, then you need to understand that that gate is welded shut, boy. And I will school you just like I schooled Mario Barrios. I'm not those past opponents. I'm a veteran. I'm a fine wine. You can only get me at certain high-level restaurants, baby. This is not McDonald's, but you can still have it your way. If I see a contract, I'll sign the dotted line. I love it. You busted it. Up to 154. You saw Odyssey in action last month. He's moved up to 154. And currently, right now, I am the #1 ranked fighter. It went to Dallas Stadium. It would have been, you got it through Ugas. And at the end of the day, man, if Thurman was in the ring, I could have went to Dallas Stadium. It would have been a whole nother night. And currently, right now, I am the #1 ranked fighter in the WBC, which technically makes me your mandatory. Say you don't want to fight me, but one way or another, those belts will be mine once again. Through Ugas, and at the end of the day, man, which I was not able to hold on to, which, you got it through. Truth is, you won the WBA, which I was not able to. You won the WBC. The truth. He's the truth. But let's be honest. The truth is, you won the WBC, which I vacated. The truth is, you won the WBA, which I was not able to hold on to, which, you got it through Ugas. And at the end of the day, man, if Thurman was in the ring, I could have went to Dallas Stadium. It would have been a whole nother night. And currently, right now, I am the #1 ranked fighter.
So Keith Thurman admits that I couldn't hold on to the belt. You lost to Manny Pacquiao, and you had to vacate the WBC due to inactivity. So Errol Spence wasn't happy with Keith Thurman continuing to push him to the side. And Errol Spence said he'll never fight him. And when it comes to Jaron Ennis, he would love that fight. He's looking to come back in October and November. And I know personally that Steven Espinosa wants to make that fight. I asked him on numerous occasions about making a fight with Keith Thurman. He said he would love to make the fight for Jaron Ennis and Keith Thurman. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.